ready to go when you are. Yeah.
Let's do it.
God, I love that picture that came. Go AI.
Seriously.
I have to turn down the stream volume so I can hear myself.
Hello, friends.
Okay, now they can hear me.
Hello, hello.
Welcome in. We're just gonna start right off.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Manic. Do your thing.
All right, well, fantastic. I was hoping we just very quickly do a quick, not like a full character introduction, but just a name and character, and then I'll get into describing the overall setting and where we left off. Tell the people who you are.
By my outfit.
Yeah.
My name is Rash. I am
Frog.
a 4.5-foot barbarian rock. And that's what I do. Technically, it's called a grung in D&D world, but it is a frog. Okay, next.
Next.
I'll go. I'm Serena. I'm a siren, and this is my little succubus octopus named Inky, who's the cutest. And whenever she needs to feed, I roll at disadvantage. And it happens more often than you think.
Oh, little succubus.
Little succubus. And I am a Triton Bard class and species. Next!
My name is Briar Shadowleaf. I am a half-elf rogue, and I'm here to fuck some shit up. So, yeah.
Damn,
Howdy.
is she ready?
Also, I don't have any websites up. Someone tell me.
Howdy. I am a. My character's name is Glim, and I am a little gnome, Pact of the Chain warlock. I run around with a skeleton named Skelly.
Our adventure is taking place in Nevermore Hollow, and if you didn't join us the first time, a crunching echoes through the sky, and the world rumbles around you. The world shakes and cracks, and clouds roll on the edge of the horizon just that much closer. Once a land of wonder and whimsy, the mystical island of Nevermore Hollow, an island buried in time, is now unraveling, consumed by an encroaching darkness that threatens to erase its magic. With the magic of the land fading, the landscape itself becomes fragmented, chunks of the island hanging precariously in the air, and the world itself becomes surrounded by ominous storm clouds. As the realm descends into chaos, diverse factions vie for control of the remaining magic, desperate to save their home or exploit its final remnants. When we last left our adventuring party, they had just managed to escape their way to the crest of Cannibal Cove, an island that was once beautiful rocky cliffs with shimmering blue waters and pristine white sand, but chunks of it have now become different. You see, vines that are rotting and pieces of rock that are falling, and the once pristine sands have become littered with darker pieces as debris from the water washes up on shore. Haunting melodies and sunken ships litter the bottom of the clear blue waters, but they start becoming hazier and fuzzier as clear blue waters turn to muddy, dark messes. The island's not completely devoid of life yet, and you still see fish and mermaids splashing in the water, which, as you are navigating your way back to the shore on this corrupted ship, you were able to avoid successfully. Congratulations, you did not murder any sea creatures. We love. Protect our oceans, folks. But as you did make your way onto shore, you see the remnants of a potential battle or difficulty with this cargo exchange that the pirate captain, whose name you did not get, started to unfold. While you don't remember it, it's not hard for you to start piecing together the chaos of what might have happened. The once pristine shores of Cannibal Cove now lay desecrated in a battle's wake. Crimson-stained white waves lap at the white sand where broken cutlasses and splintered muskets rest like scattered driftwood. The air is thick and hanging with gunpowder smoke and the metallic tang of blood, while tattered sails flutter weakly from the masts of broken enlisting ships. Bodies, both friend and foe, bob gently in the turquoise waters from the masts of the sailing ship. Bob gently in the turquoise waters or lay sprawled across the beach, their final expressions frozen in eternal grimace. Pieces of shattered hull dot the shoreline, and there's some still smoldering in cannon fire, while personal effects, a torn logbook, a broken compass, a child's locket, told silent stories of lives cut short. In the dense jungle beyond, displaced birds have begun to return, their calls echoing across the cove in an eerie requiem for the fallen. The setting sun casts long shadows through the palm trees, painting the scene in ambers and purple, nature's indifferent beauty contrasting starkly with the devastation below. As I mentioned last time, I will give you for free, as you all come across this gruesome scene, you hear the gentle dingling of a ringing bell, just softly spattered here and there as you approach this fairly chaotic and grim scene before you. What do you do? How do you react? I have no idea.
Do we know where the bell is coming from? Okay. So we're basically all.
No, you'd have to roll me an investigation or an arcane check or something. Yeah.
Technically standing.
Yeah, you've successfully been able to get off the boat, standing at the shore of the water. Yeah. I guess Sirena and Rash technically could be floating in the water since I think they jumped off the ship last time. But yeah, but you are all essentially at the shoreline.
And I believe I had been here, or I knew the way, so I guided the ship, right?
Yeah, you guided. I mean, it was I would say like a couple, I don't know, insert nocturnal measurements here off the shore, but it was far enough away that you could see the shoreline, but not this, you know. This started to come into vision as you approached the shoreline and got off the boat.
I would like to roll. I would like to roll an investigation to see if there's any.
I'm so.
Like unbroken weapons first. Like anything that we could use, like potentially.
Sure.
Anything that we could use.
Yeah. What is your? I'd say just an investigate or a perception roll is just fine for that. There you go. Anyone else want to make a roll of some sort, or tell me how your character would react to seeing
So
this?
we come out the water, right? Like this. Hold on. And all you see is a little.
It's good. It's good.
Perfect.
I'm having technical difficulties.
So DnD Beyond is the one where you can roll at the
thing to roll.
roll 20 is
That's
where
why
we
I
see the
have
map. We don't have a map, so you don't have to worry about it just yet. But your rolls might not pop up for us, so just tell Aaron what you.
Yeah.
So if I.
And we can fix it while we're going.
Yeah, I'll believe you.
Okay. All right, I'll just roll it on my end, I guess.
And we can fix it while we're going.
Can I look around to see who the combatants of the battle were?
Well, what do you mean, who the combat? Like, you can look at them, whether or not you know or gain any information depends on the roll you make and what your roll is.
Sure. What role would that be?
What are you trying to learn?
What, I guess, factions are we dealing with? These, like,
Okay.
random pirates?
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. For additional context for anyone either new joining or didn't get a chance to read our splash screens, Glim is from Skull Rock, and he's got some background in pirates, so I'm gonna let this either be a history roll or or just like a investigation perception roll, because you've got some knowledge here. If you're just trying to figure out, like, are these pirates associated with a faction? Would you know them? That would be a fairly easy check. I'm gonna put that at like a DC 8. You'll know that.
Right. Then I'll roll history for that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Dang.
That's a 21.
Oh,
Okay, that's damn.
Damn.
That's more
Man.
than an 8. I'll give you that. You, as you're like look through the fallen bodies, you notice some would indicate to you just some general mercenaries, right? They don't seem to have any specific crest that aligns with them or anything that would indicate that they're with any specific faction, for the most part. However, with a 21, I'll say that Glim, like, is obsessive about this. He's like, I gotta look. Every body, right? Every single body he goes up to and checks. And I'm gonna say that this is your turn for a while, because you're being insistent about every single person. Glim is like, I gotta see if their bones are good for my Skelly boys. Like,
Kelly's running around helping me.
yeah, Skelly's running around. Actually, let's do that. I think Skelly finds something
that
and
sounded
like
like an arm
rattles a
jiggle.
bone
It's
at
like
you to come over. Like an arm jiggle, yeah. And he just rattles you over. And he pulls you over to unfortunately a body that like sticks out to you. You notice that this form is smaller and isn't as like rough and tumble as the rest of the bodies. You don't recognize their face, but you do recognize the pointed ears and the small form as sign of being a pixie. And you know that from the clothes that she's wearing and the symbol that she's sporting across like a connective rope on her chest, that she's part of the Moonweave Marauders, which I'll say that Glim knows as a pirate group that hangs around Skull Rock occasionally. Let me scroll down to where I've got some details about these guys. Give me a second. This particular crew of like magical beings has made their home in a hidden cove on Netherland. You don't know where their base is, but they frequently make their way to Skull Rock for trade or port. Their wave. Glim, you've seen their ship before, and it's crafted from this like enchanted driftwood that glows a bright ethereal blue under the moonlight. Their ship is known as the Siren's Whisper, and it's pretty common for it to appear as nothing more than mist to unwanted eyes and is only visible to those who they want to see them. Its sails woven from captured moonbeam and a like gossamer spider silk. The group here are known for their very peculiar raids. They don't steal gold or jewels or loot, but rather collect memories and dreams and lost magic. Their ship is often filled with bottled laughter, captured rainbows, and chests containing forgotten kisses. They trade in the currency of wonder and often leave behind small enchantments or blessings in place of what they take. if this ship and this crew had been there, you're not surprised to see that there's really not many bodies of them around. Actually, you're surprised to see that one of them was felled at all. Normally they appear and disappear without a trace, and the idea that one of them was killed is baffling to you. Glim, you're not even sure if you knew they could die. It also means that if they're here, if they were here, there was at least originally more than just fancy weapons or an important piece of gold or something like that. If they decided to get involved in this conflict, there's something more unknown, magical, otherworldly going on.
Ah. Well, that's not good.
Are they called pixies? Is that what
She is a pixie, but the name of their group is the Moonwave Marauders.
Got it. So we have one dead Moonwave Marauder.
I really like how you're writing your notes as if it's like an ingredient list for like
one.
a soup. One dead Moonwave Marauder.
Can I just show everyone this amazing notebook that I'm using? Look at this
if
thing.
you're actually, like
That's
as
pretty
nerdy
cool.
as you say you are, so you gotta
Pretty
like
cool, right?
take all your notes from this adventure and write it down like Bilbo.
Now, Aaron,
Yeah.
No, you're Bilbo right now, and then
I feel like
your
I'm
daughter's
back in
gotta
high
be
school
Frodo
and
and finish
college, like,
finish the
taking
story.
notes.
There you go.
Yeah, there and back again. There we go.
So
a thing
what did
can
I
be
find
two
anything of
things.
use? 16.
What did you roll? Oh yeah. So you notice that most of the guns are either broken, exploded, or unusable at this point. Sorry, no level 1 gunslingers. But you do find some helpful spears and cutlasses. There are discarded simple swords, like one-handed swords that I would say, if you're proficient in that type of weapon, you'd be able to use those skills here. But if you're more
speaking
proficient
of
in
that,
like two-handed weapons,
So
then
do
you
we
don't
just
find
get the
any of those
weaponry
lying
that
around.
do we have any weapons on our persons, or are we just what did we start with? Did we just start with the basics that came with the character?
No,
Okay, I just
yeah.
wanna make sure.
So
Daggers.
yes, nothing was. Nothing was taken from you in your nothing that was taken
Okay,
from you
cool.
in your encounter with the pirates. You all still have all of your original baseline stuff.
You probably can find a couple on the ground.
I need to buy daggers so I can actually shoot.
Yeah, I would say that you can very easily find 2 daggers,
Oh no, I
like
meant,
just scattered around here.
Elf,
Yeah, no,
why don't you
I-
just
I-
look around?
I have daggers. I meant.
Do you want to buy
I meant-
real daggers so you can have them on
I have daggers.
screen? Is that what you're
I
saying?
have 2. You just can't see them.
Oh,
That's what I
you
meant.
meant I want a real dagger. Oh, got
my
it.
Sorry. Going out of character. Yeah.
If so the skeleton stat block generally
say, I'll give the
has
skeleton
a
a make him do
short
wheels.
sword on it.
Yeah, that's fine. No, yeah, your skeleton have a short sword. Sirena, what were you saying?
Do you all think I should maybe look around under the water to see if there's anything of use that we can't see above on the shore? Since I'm still in the water right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be useful.
Damn! If you want to be useful, jeez.
Ribbit.
Those
Yeah,
are
it can't
big
be
words
so
coming from
useless
a
in the
land
water
animal.
I can take the right side of it. Want to
Yeah,
take
big
the
words
left?
coming from a land animal.
You
Fine,
can just swim.
we can do that, frog. What do I need to roll?
You can
But
roll
if
me
you
a
want to find something, then you
Yeah,
have to roll.
yeah, you can just swim, so you don't need me to roll anything to get down there. And actually, you can find things pretty easily as you duck down under the surface of the water. It doesn't take you long to see that there are chests and barrels. Oh, poor Inky. That there are chests and barrels buried into the sand that look like they've been recently sunken. But as you dive down and try to open them, they're locked, right? So I'm gonna need you to roll me like a dex check to try to lockpick them, or a strength check to try to bust your way
Can I try
through.
and pull one
But you can see
out
the
of the
chests, but they are and the barrels, but they're inaccessible. Yeah, you could try to do that. What are you going for?
I'll go for the
There's
chest.
2 barrels and 1 chest that look like they've been sunken very recently, right? Okay. Roll me a strength. I think actually I'm gonna need you to roll me 2. You're gonna roll me a strength to see if you can move it, and a dex to see if you can successfully navigate
13
it like
strength.
out and onto the shore. Nice.
8 dex.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you can successfully pull this chest, right? So I can grab on and start tugging and swimming. But I'm gonna give you an option here. Are you klutzy,
I think my
or do you
character,
do this
from what I've
unsuccessfully?
described, would
Right?
probably
Like
be
what's
klutzy
the
about it?
Okay. So you're grabbing and you're pulling it, right? And you're pulling it out of water, and you don't quite account for the like gravity difference between when it's in the water, when it's out the water. So you are pulling it pretty well in the water. You get it to the shoreline. You come up first. You try to pull it with you, and you can't. And instead of you pulling the chest towards you, you go towards the chest and just bonk the chest with your head. And give me 1d4 damage. Blunt damage for
1.
headbutting wooden chest.
Only 1.
Now, hold on. Does he also roll attack against
No.
the chest to see if he breaks
Oh
the
my
chest
god.
open?
You know what? Yeah, roll
He
me
is
an
a
unarmed.
barbarian.
Roll me
That's
an
fair.
unarmed strike against this chest to see if your
I rolled a
headbutt breaks
20.
it.
Not a nat 20. Just 20.
Oh my god. You I
Also,
say your head
if you
goes
don't have-
through the
hey,
chest,
before you
right?
go
It
on,
just
if
you
you
go
can't- if you don't have
through the
rolled
top of the
20 up,
chest,
it is
and you're
in the
just
corner of
butt
Twitch
up.
screen. It might be a second behind if it's easier than us telling you what we
Oh,
rolled.
perfect. My screen is.
Okay, then I rolled a 20. Non-nat.
Honestly, I prefer you tell me what you rolled.
Rags.
Yeah, no, so Rags puts his whole head through the lid of the chest. Rash. It's in my brain as a combination between Rash and Nags. Rags.
I like Rags.
Rash puts his whole head through the chest. I
Just
think
like
you're
this.
like butt up, head down in the chest. Like stuck, yeah, like fully in. Sirena, did you want to try to either open one of the barrels or
Ribbit, help!
Before we
Pull me
describe what's
out!
in the
Ribbit,
chest, 'cause
help!
Rash
Ribbit,
is
ribbit,
still
ribbit,
stuck,
help!
I think.
Ribbit.
And getting out's going to be another dex roll. Did you want to roll to either pull the barrels out or try to water?
I would like to try and pull the barrels out.
That sounds good.
Just
Roll
in
me a
case there
strength.
is
and
like rum or something in the barrels. We don't want it to seep out into the sea.
yeah,
Glim-
fair.
Glim hears,
She took no time.
I just let her out of the room. That's adorable.
He wanted to say hi to Mother.
You wanted me to roll strength, right?
Strength and dex.
Glim hears Rash calling for help in his newly made prison. So he's going to send Skelly over with his
You feel particularly bony hands grab at your frog thighs and
I rolled a 7, by the way, for strength.
Okay, I'm gonna say you don't even need to roll the dex. A 7 does not move this barrel. It is too stuck in the water, and you can't move it. But you can still try to open it if you want to roll me a strength, or if you want to roll me a different strength for like breaking the top off or something like that. That's an easier check.
Yes, let's try and roll. I will try and unscrew the top.
Yeah.
Get
In
it
the
off.
meantime, Skelly's got to roll me a strength. Skelly has to roll me a strength check to see if he can pull Rash out.
All right.
Motherfucker, I rolled a 4.
So
Okay, so
Skelly
Sirena can't figure out this complicated
burn.
land dweller technology. Like, why would they design? Why would
Yeah,
they design-
I would like to say, you know what? If you can't figure it out, I think a land creature's gonna have to help out over here. So move aside. Thank you. I would like to
So
roll.
Skelly rolled an 8.
I'm gonna say that after Rash feels very violated,
so
but
much
he
better.
does get out
Thank
of the
you.
chest.
And I give Skelly the old fist bump.
How?
One of these days, if it's
What
the
do
same
I
Skelly
roll?
throughout the whole campaign, we're gonna come up with our own handshake by the end of this.
You will
it only
literally
lasts, like, a
never
little
know
bit.
because by the rules, Skelly can understand.
Okay, cool.
Well, actually, no. He lasts for basically as long as he's summoned. But Skelly, as a skeleton, can understand everything we say as long as it's a language that he spoke in life. But
fair enough.
he can't speak.
So, you can, Briar, you can roll me, you can try to, like, swim down to see if you can even get to these barrels. They're not, like, crazy deep, but you know how, like, when you go into the ocean, there's the sandbar section where you can kind of walk on and like you're still in the water but like your feet touch the ground and then it like drops off. These barrels and these chests are beyond that drop off point, so it is going to be a little fuzzy to get there.
Can I like try to throw
you-
a grappling hook or something at it?
Yeah.
And pull it out of the water.
Yeah, the waters are clear enough that you can see that, but I don't know how you'd throw it.
You could
I mean,
give
like
the
it would
grappling
sink, I
hook
guess. You could try to like,
to,
drop it into the water
Serena,
and it would sink.
and she could
to-
tie it around, and then you could try and pull it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay,
what do I-
roll
what do I
me-
need to roll?
Well, actually, I think actually what you'll do is whoever's pulling is going to roll me a strength check with advantage. I don't think you need to roll a dex check for swim and tie rope. Like, I'll give that one to you. But you will need to roll me a strength check with advantage.
Ah. Sorry.
Hello,
where is-
sweetheart.
Where is strength? Sorry.
It's okay,
so-
it's one of the big ones.
Hey,
Oh.
land mammal, do you need help with something?
Just give me a sec.
While they're figuring out the treasure
Oh my God.
situation,
I rolled a 1.
Oh shit!
I recognize I said roll with advantage, but if it's a critical fail, we take the crit, right? Like, that's a crit. I can't, guys. Okay, so you wrap the grappling hook around one of the barrels and start pulling from the surface. But you've hooked the grappling hook like in between one of the planks of the barrels, thinking that it would give you a better pull, but what actually happens is it just rips a barrel off and just spills all the whiskey that was in the barrel.
Oh, no.
It just starts flooding into the ocean. And Sirena, Here's a good question. Can you absorb alcohol through your gills while you're swimming? Because I don't know if you can get away from this alcohol cloud fast enough to not.
Is she gonna be drunk?
I feel like I can absorb it through my gills.
I feel like the unintended consequences of this crit fail here is Sirena pops back up from the water and is like, la da da, like.
And it's even worse because little succubus is
Oh, no.
succubusing.
Succubusing. So
Which
so
is
not
ironic. It's very true right now.
So you see a
Drunk fish.
definitely intoxicated Sirena with an octopus just like suctioned to her. What is drunk character? She's twirling the little octopus tentacles like it's her hair.
Drunk fish.
You know what? That was my bad. Hope all is fine. So sorry.
You know what, land animal? It's okay. We're all friends here.
Did you get some of that whiskey that came out of the barrel there, Serena?
What?
What? Can I have some?
Sure. We'll share.
Aw,
Cheers.
thank you.
Yeah, you see Sirena like scoop up with her hands just some half whiskey, half salt ocean water and like.
And I feel so bad that I take a little flask out and just take some. Like, thanks.
Very sweet.
Appreciate that. Cheers.
So Rash and I guess Skelly, because Glim is evaluating the bodies. You find not an insubstantial amount of gold. There's some gold coins and a gold goblet. I'm gonna say it's the equivalent, about 50 gold pieces that were in this chest. Yeah, this is the very nice. I'm gonna give you all some starting money. Don't get used to it.
So you said it. So,
who found the gold?
so the
It
equivalent
was
of 50, right?
him? You did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
you were helpful.
Yeah. So technically, Sirena found the chest. Nags was the one, or Rash was the one who pulled it out of the water, and put his head through it to get it open. And Skelly Boy was the one who got Rash out of the chest. So really, it was a team
I
effort.
find the gold,
We are a
right?
strong
And I go,
campaign, guys. I mean,
guys,
this is real
I found some
sad.
money. And then I go to each one and I give them 12 gold apiece.
Wow.
Share
Great.
the love.
I found a dead pixie pirate.
Wait, it was dead? I didn't think pixie pirates died. Right? No?
I didn't think it was possible either, but
Especially not these ones. These ones are. Yeah.
Do we think that this pixie pirate is part of the other pirates that got us earlier?
no chance.
No.
Not a chance.
And why is that?
Because I recognize this one. This is well, not this one specifically, that is. This is a Moonwave Raider who are legendary on my part of the island, let me tell you. Or I suppose in this particular case was legendary. They're really strange pirates. They only really steal weird magic things, and they leave weird magic things behind.
Yeah,
So-
what I thought I heard that they leave enchantments behind. Like small enchantments or lost magic.
Like
Yeah,
in its
weird
dead
magic
body?
things.
Well, maybe we should take a few moments of silence for the dead.
In your moments of silence,
Can
you
I roll
hear
to see where
another
that's coming from?
gentle
I was gonna do that anyway.
tinkling, ringling of a bell echo from somewhere on the beach.
I have also been meaning to ask to see if I can roll Arcana to check the magic of the area, because I know there's a magic pirate dead right here.
Yeah, that's fair. So you guys can roll me an investigate perception to try to find where the sound is coming from, but not gonna lie, it's gonna be a much higher check than an arcane to like track or see or sense magic.
So
Why
I'm rolling
are my ears
Arcana to
ringing?
sense magic.
Oh no, alone in the corner, the drunk sea siren is going to be compelled to use magic and blow
I did
everyone
not
up.
pass that check. I can.
This
tell
is
you
a
that
requirement.
because I rolled a 4.
Yeah, that's
It
not
wasn't
no.
a 1.
23.
Is that 23 for perception or for arcana?
Arcana.
Okay, for Arcana, 23 passes. You notice that actually, why don't you describe to me, how does Glim like tune in to this, to like the magic of the world here?
That's a very good question. Thinking on that a bit.
It's fair. As you're thinking about it, alone in the corner, yeah, I'm the DM. It's my job to kill and scare them.
That's because she's straight out of
you
Compton.
mean
She's
ill
straight out of
them all.
Compton. She'll ill us all.
I mean, ill them all. Well, I understand
Well,
the.
Daisy and Gigi,
I'm
you
the
guys can roll
OG.
perception too. You don't.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Yeah, you please do. You can also roll perception. And even if you don't pass the perception check to figure out where this is coming from or what it is, you might still find other valuable information. So.
All right.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Lone in the Corner. Look, I feel like my DM name is Mayhem, so like I try to live up to it.
Okay, so I think my starting gear includes an orb as my arcane focus, so I
Okay.
think in order to sort of divine the magic around me, I pull out my orb and begin to ponder it. And then I get kind of a staticky image, so I grab a bone off of Skelly and conk it a little bit and hand it back.
I love my husband, the Orb Ponderer. Okay, we will resolve that in a second because that's the important information, and I want to see what Sirena and Briar have rolled first.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, for a perception or an arcana check?
She
Perception.
rolled.
Okay.
She rolled a 19.
Inky has decided she's
You gotta roll
unhappy.
again.
Okay, perfect.
But I'm succubusing, so.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Oh, that's right. I had to take the.
Yeah, and
lowest.
you gotta take disadvantage.
So
18.
it's like you picked the lowest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't
Roll
remember.
twice, pick the lowest.
18.
Oh.
Okay, so not bad either way. Okay, so Glim, what you see is you see a fairy. You see this like small tiny fairy curled up in on itself, and it looks weak. You can see in your kind of like staticky orb image that it's pulsing softly, its wings are crumpled, and it doesn't look good. You are trying to figure out where this fairy is because you see it like very close up, right? You get like a very close image as you've like hyper focused in on the strongest magic point here. And so I imagine that you like conk it a couple more times with Skelly's arm bone and get the image to zoom out a little bit. And you see, unfortunately, it's in a box, buried in the sand somewhere. And you're gonna have to do some searching to figure out like exactly where. However, with your other teammates helping you here with an 18 and a 13, you all start kind of looking through everything that looks like one of these boxes, right? Just anything that looks like it might be intact enough to actually house this. And you find, with the help of Glim's like magic scrying, playing a game of hot or cold, you find in one of the various pieces of wreckage that is just scattered around dim and rusted pocket watch. And the gentle ringing of the bell is coming from inside this pocket watch. You go to pull it open, and you click on the little button that should pop the lid open, but it's rusted and corroded, and looks like it's been rusted shut for years. But with a 23 on an arcane roll, I'm gonna say that Glim kind of has a magic advantage here, and recognizes that with a little bit of spell casting and or magic connection, you'd be able to get this thing open. And I'm not going to make you roll for that, as y'all are still level 1 and trying to figure out your characters, so I'm just going to say it's part of this arcane focus that Glim is doing. You're able to kind of focus on the lock from the inside out and figure out a way to imagine and materialize this lock popping open. And inside, as this pocket watch pops open, you don't see any of the typical mechanisms of like a clock face or hands or even any mechanical works. You just see this little fairy curled in a ball, so small that it just looks like a glowing light emanating from this pocket watch. The inside of the watch is starkly different to the outside. It is a glimmering gold, it is polished, and the light that the fairy is casting off of it almost seems iridescent against the bright gold of the inside of this watch. What do you do? Oh, sorry. The other thing is, with the perception, you also recognize that on the outside of the pocket watch, you can just barely make out the engraving of a sword with a twisted vine wrapping around the handle and up the top shaft of the shaft of the sharp shaft of the sword.
Sharp.
I think that's the spine of the blade.
I think you're correct. I was looking for the word spine, but that's fine. But we'll use the dick joke. Yeah. So you get the engraving, and you freed this little tiny fairy, but she is in not good condition.
Do I recognize that vine blade emblem?
You'll have to roll me a history check.
I will do just that.
So, someone might want to
Look
try
at
to
you,
heal
Serena.
the fairy before she dies.
Hopefully you do put one on there, because bards have a healing spell
I
at
was
level
looking
1
to
if
see
they
if I
choose.
have a healing spell.
If they so choose. I am a barbarian, I don't learn any spells.
Bards have a healing spell.
Oh, do they? I don't think I have
Can I
that
do medicine?
spell.
Yeah, anyone can roll a medicine. That would be fine.
18.
Oh,
Sounds
good.
like it's
That is
good.
that's a solid medicine roll. I'm gonna say with an 18, Madam Rogue, you go through your mental notes and history here, and you're able to recognize that this fairy at the very minimum needs some water, needs some hydration, also needs probably to be taken out of this pocket watch and be put in a more comfortable position. You're able to kind of recognize which limbs look a little too crooked and a little too uncomfortable position and help get those straightened out. And I'm going to say that you stabilize the fairy. So what stabilization means in D&D is that someone is not actively dying, meaning you're not on a countdown clock anymore, but you do need to figure out a way or get them to a place fully heal them or get them serious medical attention before the next long rest, or
Yep.
else they'll become actively injured again.
All right. So I pick
That
up.
was a 13 on the history check, by the way.
Okay, good to know.
I pick up the fairy. I put it in a little leaf that I found and give it water. And I'm like, we need to find a way to get this fairy attention. This is not gonna last.
Yeah. With the quick note on the history check, I'm gonna say that you get I'm gonna say that what you get with a 13 is that. What do I want to give you on a 13? I'm deciding. A 13's not great. Does anyone else want to help him? Try to also examine it?
Give him the advantage roll, or would the +1 suffice, or do you want me to just roll myself? I'll do that then.
I would rather you give him an advantage roll and tell him, like, help him figure out. Yeah. So tell me how you're helping him. Like, maybe you've got some ability to, like, use barbarian strength to buff up some of the rest so this image becomes clearer.
I want to go behind him and I want to hype him up. I'm just like, come on, Glim. I'm like, you got this,
or
man.
special
Come on,
frog
figure it out,
eyes.
homie. You got this. Come on. I'm gonna give him like a little slappy slap, like a friendly slappy slap, and that's what I do. And he rolled.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that was the opposite of help because I just rolled a 1.
Okay, well, we're
Another
taking,
one?
yeah, well, okay, well, that's fun. Well, at least it was advantage, so, this is good. All of this is good. Do we go with the, I think the rule says we go with the crit here. Even though it's advantage, we gotta go with the crit.
That's what we did earlier with,
Yeah. Good, so you're slapping him, and I'm gonna say he just drops the pocket watch, and it falls onto the ground, and as it falls onto the ground, it kind of melts into the sand. Like it crumbles and melts and kind of. I'm doing finger motions, but like dissolves into like kind of dust and sinks into the sand.
Is that similar to what happened to the pirates?
Good job.
Does it look similar? Like,
Yes, it does.
okay.
What the hell, man?
So I feel like we've
did
seen
they
this
at least
before.
get a good look at
That was strange.
the emblem?
I'm gonna say for sure Briar did, because she went to go help the pixie, so she was right there. Sirena, how close were you to the fairy in the pocket watch?
I think, am I still in the water?
I feel like you did because you were talking.
Like,
right?
Up to you. Did you come out? Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I came out and I was drunk and I got my legs now, and I don't know. I guess I wasn't that close to the fairy
Yeah.
because I couldn't really help because I don't have a healing spell.
Yeah.
So
No, that's
I'm
fair.
kind of just sitting
She's
there
asking for
sunbathing,
another frozen
enjoying
margarita.
drunkenness.
I'm gonna say that. So unfortunately, with the Glim, with the 13, you recognize it, right? You know, like it's in the back of your mind, and you're like, no, this is important, but you can't quite conjure where it's coming from. But you definitely saw the image enough to describe it to your teammates. So if they want to roll histories to see if they can get higher, FYI, this check is a 15. So,
So
Glim,
history is
no, like, yeah, Glim, I'm gonna say, even though you didn't pass your history check, you definitely got a good, like, look at this, so you can describe it and, like, jot it down.
I got a 16.
Yay, there we go.
So I'm like,
land mammal.
Land mammal.
oh, it had a symbol on it. The vine blade thing. It was right. It was on the tip of my
And he
tongue
can call me an
before
oaf
this
because I'm
oaf
slightly taller than he is.
smacked
Not by
me around.
much, but enough. Yeah.
You're 4.5 feet
I'm like
tall,
a
right?
full like head.
I'm
So
3
like the
foot
opposite
4.
of real life between you and I.
You're a foot and 2 inches taller than Glim.
Sirena, what did you roll?
What was I supposed to roll?
Just roll me a d20
Technically, it's
and
history.
tell me what number you got.
Okay.
And then if you have anything in history.
She rolled a 1 and
I don't think she took, so.
I got a 1.
Oh.
Oh no.
And I'm at disadvantage still, so.
Why are we
Oh,
all
gosh.
Wait,
rolling
oh well, I
one?
guess it doesn't matter. You can't get any lower than that.
No, you cannot. So we'll give Sirena in a moment, but now I've got to figure out what to do with Daisy's second crit fail of the night.
My second. I only crit failed once. Or that's the first one.
Oh, who crit failed earlier? Someone crit.
Glim.
We
Oh, Glim.
Or
Glim
Lou.
and, yeah.
all
Oh
did.
man, don't.
You're next,
Don't
Rash.
try to good times.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone but Rash.
Jeez.
Join the club.
Sirena, we're gonna have to figure out what I get to do to you.
Oh.
So let's see. You were really. I'm gonna say the
I'm
easiest.
drunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you do psychic damage to yourself because you think too hard because you're drunk and it hurts. And so you're so drunk that you've given yourself a headache. And give me 1d4 of psychic
So the
damage,
dice in the
please, for
bottom
thinking
corner
too
is the
hard.
red one. Click on it, and it should be the first one.
Nice.
So click after you click it, and then hit
Yep.
roll. That way it'll roll to everybody. There you go. Maximum damage.
Maximum damage.
Oh, jeez.
Man, at this rate, we're gonna take a short rest.
Why does my head hurt so much?
I know,
Okay.
really. Well, it's
Gotta say
getting
that
dark, so
very
you'll
first.
probably take a short rest no matter what you do, or a long rest even.
Can I-
Happily, someone rolled higher than a 15. You know this symbol to be the symbol of the Lost Guardians. Once the protectors of Nevermore Hollow, these are the remnants of the Lost Boys, and their counterparts are now disillusioned and desperate. The Lost Guardians seek to restore the island to its former glory, and they're striving to revive its magic and combat the encroaching darkness. Their resourcefulness and childlike tendencies make them formidable, but their innocence is fading as they face the harsh realities of a dying world.
So I'd like to say, I know I've seen this symbol before, back when I was on the run, and I believe it's remnants of the Lost Boys. They were trying to restore remnants of the island. So I don't know if I said that correctly.
You did a very good job. Ever since the island has started collapsing, they have kind of rebranded themselves as the Lost Guardians.
The Lost Guardians.
Kind of positioning themselves as one of the key factions that try to restore the island rather than escape it or use the magic for their own purposes. They've positioned themselves as guardians.
It's interesting that it disappeared.
I blurred out.
Just like
That's weird. Ribbit. I just want to say ribbit again. I do say,
Fair.
do I notice that it's getting dark? Obviously, I probably do. But, you know. I say we should start heading towards somewhere. Because
Yeah,
it's
you
getting dark.
notice, for sure.
I'm gonna just assume that those ghosts might come back in some form or ribbit. I was speaking to them, so.
I mean, that's a fair
Yeah,
assumption. You don't know. Oh, sorry.
I'd prefer not to get stuck with ghosts in the middle of the night.
And I also feel like we need to find a way to save this fairy because I don't think. I mean, I tried to revive her. I just don't know how much longer she's going to be.
I mean, we all know how you save a fairy, right? Everyone has to chant, I believe in fairies. I believe in fairies.
I feel like that's an old myth.
Remember, she's taking
Old
a
myth
lot
or
of
not,
psychic
everything
damage, so
spouts
she's
from
dumber than
truth at
normal.
one point, right?
Maybe
Can
like
I
off the
roll
juice.
to see if that's like a thing or not?
Yeah, you can roll me an Arcana. Also, you could just try and see if it works. Like, it's a low risk situation. I'm gonna make y'all do it, but
Well, I rolled a 20.
Oh my
nat
God.
20?
No, it was a 15 plus 5.
Okay, a dirty 20. It probably. I'm gonna be a little bit coy here. you recognize that it probably can't hurt. You've never heard of it working before. This is not necessarily your specialty in Arcana, but you're pretty confident that this isn't gonna kill it if you all start chanting.
I believe in fairies. No.
I might believe in fairies. Ribbit.
I believe in
I
fairies.
guess I believe in fairies.
I believe in fairies.
I might hypothetically, if it's relevant enough and beneficial to me, believe in fairies.
I believe in fairies.
Kind of a weird affirmation here. I mean, we're literally standing over the corpse of a pixie right now. It's kind of hard not to believe in fairies.
Worth
you
a
know?
shot.
You all, nothing happens.
Did you say that in character?
Motherfucker.
We tried.
Watch out, you almost flashed your boob.
Yes.
Yeah, I said all that in character.
I know, I got close.
The little fairy blinks in appreciation, but she doesn't get better.
Can I ask
She
the fairy
feels
how
better.
I was just gonna say, can the fairy talk?
Y'all haven't tried, but
Oh.
I'll give it to you if you try to as you're kind of talking to her. She hasn't responded verbally yet, and there's been opportunities for her to, but she hasn't said anything yet. So it's probably likely that she cannot actually speak to y'all. Meta, there is a way to communicate with them, but none of y'all have that language. So
Oh, dang it.
Is she considered an animal?
no,
I
Well,
don't think so.
no.
And
not in
they-
D&D sense.
And they don't speak Sylvan?
No. Oh wait, do you have Sylvan?
Yeah.
I hadn't considered Sylvan. I'll give you can attempt to speak Sylvan. Do you speak it, is it like one of your learned languages or one of your nature languages? What is where'd you pick this up from?
So I've got 4 languages: Common, Elvish, Gnomish, and Sylvan. Elvish and Sylvan I have from my Sage background.
Sounds good. I'm gonna say in that case, you can definitely try to speak Sylvan to her. I'm gonna say that it's broken because it's a learned language from your Sage studies, but like you can definitely try. What do you want to say to her? See if she responds.
I imagine because I am about as rusty at this as it comes, I will probably say something along the lines of "Hola, estoy Glim."
The fairy.
Estoy Glim. That's right.
The fairy kind of like raises her head in recognition and blinks back at you, but doesn't say anything. But she seems to understand.
Did you say
you.
nombre because you
Well,
were gnome?
es tu nombre.
Nothing. Come on.
Probably.
It's spelled
Yes.
with a G in my.
That's my dad pun for the night.
Alright, so we can't speak to this thing.
No response to that.
No, she seems to understand you, which is more reaction than she was giving when you all were like speaking common. But she doesn't seem to be verbally responding, but there is an understanding going on. But it seems like either you could do more investigation, but there is something keeping her from talking, whether that's her physical condition or her health. It seems like she understands this language, but she's not in a position to speak.
Can I investigate a little bit?
Yeah,
Oh.
Understand why she can't speak?
yeah.
While she's investigating, one more thing here. I don't know the Spanish for this, but can I ask her in Broken Sylvan if she can like raise a finger in response to a question?
Yeah, you can ask her. You can do that, and she like nods at you a little bit, and essentially you can ask her yes or no questions, and she'll be able to like respond.
All right, I have some experience in this. I have some experience in non-verbal coworkers.
Nice.
Oh,
I rolled a 15, by the way.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so the issue here is a combination of you sense some magic. It's hard to tell where the magic's coming from because fairies are inherently magical creatures, right? And so it's hard to tell if this is just because she's like so in such a bad state and the magic of the world is depleting, and while none of you have a direct connection, you all know that's not good for fairies, you know, considering it's what they survive on and like live off of and are considered representations of the magics of the island's magic itself. So the fact that the magic is fading and depleting and becoming corrupted isn't like good for them. It also could be that she's under some type of spell. You're not familiar enough in magic to like really figure out where that's coming from. But this does seem to be related at the very least to kind of her state of being for the moment.
then I will ask her, are you under a spell? Raise finger for yes, lower for no.
She doesn't make a movement, so
No,
you're
she
gonna
would
take
like
that as a no because like how do you she doesn't raise a finger.
Okay.
Now, she looks at you and just goes thumbs down.
Okay. Oh. Are you friends with the Lost Guardians?
She puts her thumb to the side.
Okay.
Did they put you in the watch? Rip it.
Thumb to the side. So,
Neutral.
Yeah.
She points her. You don't speak Sylvan, but I imagine you ask Glim to do that, say that
that's
for
good.
you.
Uh-huh.
She puts her thumb down.
okay. Just to clarify,
Did the
did
Did the pirates do it to her? Can you ask her that?
I was going to ask if if she was in the watch of her own free will, or if she was trapped.
Okay.
Which I was going to ask if she was trapped in the watch.
She raises her thumb up for a yes.
Okay.
Can you ask her if it was those pirates, the ones that were swirling around? That disappeared?
Are you friends with the Moonwave Raiders?
She puts her finger to the side. I'm gonna say you guys get 2 more questions.
Make them count, Ribbit.
Fair.
One should be, I suggest this, one should be, like, you gotta figure out a way to ask her which way the closest place to get her healed is. But you gotta do it in a yes or a no question. Should we head north up the beach, or, like, should we head west? Like, something like that.
Alone in the corner, how could you trap my fairy?
Maybe we should ask her if she would like a drink.
She holds her hand down for a no.
No more alcohol for the sea creature over there.
But it's almost gone. Why is it almost gone?
Why
Has
is
the rum
almost
gone?
Why Why is the Punkachino almost gone?
You get one more question.
I don't know how to ask her where to get her help with one yes or no
That's
question.
why I said,
That's difficult, huh?
say, could we get you help if we go north of the beach? So at least we'll get rid of one direction, because we know to the south technically is water. So like we can either go east or we can go east or west. You know what I mean?
And
then maybe we can investigate our way to the right direction, or survival, or instincts, or something.
Is that
You know,
got
I don't feel like we're getting anywhere with this fairy. I honestly feel like we need to go find the Lost Guardians and
We still got one question
get more
left for the
information
genie, so.
because she can't really tell us anything. You can try.
okay, this one's probably cheating. But
He's thinking about this one good.
Minutes later.
My senses are starting to come back to me now that the rum is all gone.
I'm going to point forward and spin in a circle.
no cheating.
Cheating. Fine.
She looks at you and she holds up a different finger.
No, I got it. I figured it out. Hey, I
It's
figured
worth
it
a
out.
shot.
And she,
What a dirty
you
little
ask her-
fairy.
You should.
Okay.
I'm really tempted to
Can-
count that as the last question.
Okay.
No.
Can you
It
ask
wasn't a
her which way
question.
to
I
You're
didn't
right,
even
that's fair.
ask anything.
to get her some help?
I mean, can I ask her that?
You can ask her that.
I asked her that.
She kind of looks around and she points in three directions.
Helpful.
So you all as residents of the island, for anyone watching on stream, they have a map. They know where they are. This is not, they're residents of the island. They know their way around. She points in three different directions, and the directions she points in are the home underground, which you know is kind of in the direction of where the Lost Guardians live and make their base. She points towards the woods, which you know contains somewhere in them Fairy Hollow, which is this world's Pixie Hollow, but contains somewhere in them Fairy Hollow. You don't know exactly where, but you know that that's where they are conceptually. And then she also points towards Skull Rock, which you have to imagine is your best chance at finding the Moonbeam Marauders. So
Well, that settles it for me. As soon as I see her
Yeah.
point towards Skull Rock.
yeah, so a little bit of meta to help you guys are planning. Any direction you pick to go will help this fairy. I'm not gonna kill you guys for picking a wrong direction. You can, those are your options, right? You can try to get her back to Fairy Hollow and see if they can help her and see if they can answer some questions about what's going on. But it's going to be a little bit of a trek through the woods. You're not familiar with where exactly it is. She'll be able to help guide you a little bit, but not much. But it's still worth a shot. Like, it's not a completely useless venture. You can either try to make your way to the Lost Guardians. You know now they've got something involved with this, and they're friendly enough, so it would not be a bad assumption that they'd be willing to help you as long as you guys are on their side to help restore and protect the land. And helping a fairy is definitely up that alley. Or you definitely know that the Moonbeam Marauders have someone who has died here. Clearly they were here for a reason. It's probably relevant to the fairy, at least in some regard, given that they deal in magic. So it would not be a bad idea to go seek information from them either. And while you don't know where their hideout is specifically, they do come to Skull Rock frequently enough that going there would be a decent way to like start your journey to find them. Yeah.
Are they all equal distance?
No. They're all so here's the pass. Functionally, yes. Basically, in order to get to the home underground, you're gonna have to go through the Maze of Regrets. In order to get through Pixie Hollow, you're gonna have to make your way through the woods. And in order to get to Skull Rock, you're gonna have to get through Dead Man's Cave.
We're either going through the Tiki Forest or Dead Man's Cave.
All right.
I'm not giving you Tiki Forest as an option. You have to go through Dead Man's Cave.
I mean, I feel like we should go to the Fairy Hollow. I feel like they would have ways to help Fairy. Right?
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'd feel a lot more comfortable going home.
Well, wherever we go, I think we need to make camp tonight because we can't go wandering around in the dark with
Isn't the fairy
no
gonna die,
real
though?
direction and
Didn't you
fuck
say that?
ghosts.
Didn't you say though if we rested, the fairy would die?
No, the fairy's not going to die if you take a long rest, but she is going to become unstable. So that means in like D&D terms, you will have to give her medical attention again to get her stable. And if you fail to give her medical attention, that will be bad, and she might die. She's stable now.
As it's a long rest, though, those of us who are preparation spellcasters
Can in fact prepare a healing spell. Looking at you,
You can
Bard.
change your spells on a long rest, so you don't have to keep the same one. Yeah, so you can pick the You can pick the Healy one and then healer the next day,
still
Oh, I can?
and everything will be fine.
Okay.
I guess I'm also a preparation spellcaster, aren't I? Am I?
Yeah, no, warlocks are preparation spellcasters.
All right, I think we need to make a decision.
I think.
Let's rest and then let's go.
Yep.
Right?
So on this rest,
Oh, shit.
everyone, you all have successfully done quite a bit. You're gonna level up to level 2, but you get level 2. You've done some good things, and I'm nice like that. At least till you get to level 3, then I'll be a little bit meaner. But I think for time's sake, let's handle level ups off stream. And y'all will continue to be level 1 for a second. And like for the rest of the stream, and we'll handle level
And
ups later, and come back next stream.
I'll
at
have
level
to help
2.
Daisy with hers,
Is it?
unless they want a
Okay.
multi-class, which I don't think they want to. Nope.
Okay. Probably not at this point. Okay. So here's y'all's decision. You can successfully long rest and make camp. Cannibal Cove is well known to all of you. You're able to make a very comfortable little camp in the cliff sides that is away from danger. That's not an issue, at least for tonight. You're also able to get the fairy stabilized through the night, and you'll check on her again in the morning. I would like you all to discuss and decide where you're gonna go, right? Just to be, like, clear, you can pick any one of these. They're all relevant for the story. Here is the pros and cons of kind of each of them. The Lost Guardians probably know and have the capability to do a lot more about what's going on with the island and, like, what's actually going on a big scale. The pixies, the fairies, will probably be able to help give you information about like the magic nonsense that's happening, but they're a little bit more elusive. But if you can make your way to them and make your way to them successfully, you're bringing back a friend that, almost died, so you'll probably get more information about what is going on with magic relevant to them, rather than like what's necessarily maybe something to fight evil. The Lost Guardians, when I say they're going to give you more about like what's happening in the world, they'll have more of a perspective of like what factions are doing what is more the like socio-political state of the world and like what they're fighting against. The fairies will be able to give you some magic answers, and the marauders will give you a little bit of both, but not as much as either, right? They're pirates, they know their way around the world, they're also kind of connected to magic, so they're a good kind of middle ground if you want a little bit of both, but it's not going to be as detailed as either the Lost Guardians or the fairies.
Well, there's three
Alright,
places
what do
to
y'all
go,
think?
Ribbit,
I'll
and there's
let you
4
decide.
of us. So, any way we talk about it, it's not gonna. There's not gonna be a tie. I vote Ribbit. Or that, yeah.
We could pick 2 and flip for it.
This would also be a really
yeah.
great place if people in the chat want to cast their vote,
That's
or where you want to see
true.
people go.
Yeah, we need 2. We need 2 to flip for. Where do we want to go? Do we want to go to the Lost Guardians? Oh, can we actually do a
Yeah, hold on.
whatchamacallit?
A poll
think I can
or
do
Poll?
Yeah.
Poll?
Now, Mayhem, I've got a question.
I have an answer, maybe.
How big is the pixie pirate again?
Pixie pirates, U-sized, roughly.
Roughly
Small,
size?
yeah, small creature, but not as big as the fairy. Like much
Okay.
bigger than the fairy. Let me rephrase it that way.
Wait, how big of a
Then-
pocket watch was this?
A normal size pocket watch. The fairy.
I put what they're all called in the chat.
I am
No,
not
alone
hearing-
alone in the corner. Give us your opinion.
We want all the opinions.
All the opinions.
Drua says the most dangerous direction, obviously.
A good choice. I love it.
Such a Drua answer. And so,
I
in
think-
order to
Sorry,
get,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, in order to get to each of these places, one of them we had to go through what? Dead Man's Cave. One of them we had to go through.
All right, I think I did it right.
A maze of some sort,
Yeah.
The Maze of Regrets.
and then one of them was just the woods.
Plus,
the woods
like we-
seems like it would be the easiest path.
Plus
Personally.
Ribbit. Plus Ribbit.
Dead Man's Cave sounds
We don't
ominous.
have to keep healing the fairy Ribbit.
All right.
So I think we should go to the pixie
Chat.
area, Ribbit.
Well,
Chat, vote.
I'm also gonna say that like all of these paths are about the same level of difficulty. This is all balanced for your level 1 party to be able to survive. So.
Glim is going to once again advocate for going to Skull Rock. Not just because, one, he lives there, and thus his stuff is there, but also because we don't, but also because I think he advocates we should bring back this Moonwave Raider to their people. They shouldn't just be left here like driftwood on the beach.
I mean, that would look good upon us. Like, it would look respectful, and they might be willing to help us if we do such a thing.
So it's looking like Pixie Hollow is the favorite as of right now.
I'm telling you, that seems like the easiest way to go. You
This
only
coming
gotta
from a
go through
sea
the
creature?
woods, and nothing can eat us in the woods, right?
You know what? We need to make a decision. I say let's listen to what the magical forest is telling us right now, and it seems like that wants us to go to Pixie Hollow. So let's go.
Elf. Can you
Pixie
guide
Hollow.
us through the
Making it-
forest?
All
Ribbit?
right.
Plus,
Alright.
I say pointy ears. Don't you know forests and shit?
Yes, I do know my way around the forest, so
I say,
follow me.
I'll follow you fellows then.
So the easiest way
I was
to
I was-
Pixie
I was
Hollow.
gonna
Oh,
say,
go ahead.
like, I
Sorry,
think we should go drop off.
I-
Like I
Rash,
said,
I
drop
cut you
off
off.
the ferry first. That way, she's not hindering the party anymore. Because one of us is gonna have to hold her the whole time. Like we can't just put her in our pocket. Okay, you can put her in your pocket then. You see what happens.
Well, that's
Why
what
not?
we're doing.
Metally. That's probably safe though.
I mean, but,
You can ride around in Skelly's skull.
I'm a siren. I don't have pocket.
Yeah, isn't it quite inconvenient that
Yeah.
the little case
Whose
that she
fault's
was being
that?
carried in
Not-
disappeared into
not
dust
the
after a
frogs.
crit fail?
I will say this again. She can ride around in Skelly's skull.
Hey, sea creature, don't you think you should try to heal the poor fairy again? It looks a little
I could try and heal her. I do, after all,
out of it.
have a healing spell now.
Hold on, did we take our long rest now?
Yes, you've taken your long rest. I'm
Perfect.
gonna say this is morning time. You've rested. You've long rested.
All right. Let me cast my healing word. This isn't like
Oh.
a siren
It's a
song,
song.
right?
Yeah, it's a song. Yeah, it's always a song. You gotta sing us this
shit.
heal.
Wake little fairy, heal your soul.
It's the next day. You're not drunk
I
anymore.
have no idea. I'm drunk. No, I'm not. Also, the kid is like being annoying right now, so I can't think.
Do you want me to
Inky protests.
do you want me to take her?
Yeah, I literally can't think right now because she's like beating my boob right now and
I
That was
crying.
cute.
sing a song and it will save your soul, right?
There you go.
There you go.
Ah. Okay.
There we go. No, this is great. You sing and your magic like kind of glows around her in this gentle, encompassing like orb of magic, and then as you stop singing, it gently settles like soft dust that just kind of coats her and seeps into her, and she looks a lot better. She looks a lot less pale, a lot less like she's gonna die instantly. She seems to like look up at you with a little bit more like lucidity in her eyes, and she smiles at you as a thank you, and then like kind of lays back down to go to sleep. But you can tell that you have stabilized her. She's feeling a lot better. You don't have to
Perfect.
worry about her dying, at least until the next long rest. Okay. I think I agree. It seemed like the poll and the chat voted for Fairy Hollow, so that is where we're going. Elf, you know the way towards Fairy Hollow. The easiest way is up the river until you reach the woods, and then to make your way through the woods. None of you know where Fairy Hollow is. Like exactly, you know it's somewhere in these woods, but you're gonna have to do some wandering and navigating to get there. So,
Before we head out,
yeah,
I don't think we can bury all these bodies on this beach. But I have create bonfire as a cantrip, so I'm gonna have
Viking send
Skelly
off.
set
I
up
like
a
it.
makeshift funerary pyre, and
okay. I'm gonna say Viking send off. I'm gonna say for like time purposes, you did that the night before, right? You don't do that in the morning. You all did that before you go to bed, and because it's a cantrip, I don't have to worry about like your spells resetting or anything after the long rest. So, okay, great. So as I've described before, Cannibal's Cove is surrounded by cliff sides, right? So your two options are to try to climb up the cliffs or paddle your way up river to get kind of past where the cliffs end. What does your party decide to do? Do you want to climb up 500 feet of cliff wall, or do you want to try to paddle your way upriver?
I'm personally sick of the water.
Are you just are you
and I
stating
know
that, or
my
do you
way
have
through
proof that you're good at these
better,
tricks?
So, if y'all want to follow me, I think we should climb. I'm stating it. Yeah.
I know what my preference would be, but I don't think it would help any of you.
That would be
And I'm not
funny
getting
if we
rides
both
on my
did,
back.
though.
Okay. Well, follow me.
I mean, we could, but I
You'd have to
prefer
take the
not
bigger
to, unless I
one,
take
'cause
the
I'm
tiny
tiny.
one.
Do we have like a makeshift canoe somewhere that they can follow? They can follow us.
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty funny to see the elf afraid of frogs ride a frog.
Yes, there's actually quite a bit. Getting in and out of this cove, up and down the river, is something that happens fairly frequently because it's kind of the only way, like, inland onto the island, unless you actually genuinely want to go rock climbing every day. So there's a series. So there's a frequent amount of plenty of like canoes. They're not anything particularly like crazy or fancy. They're very simple wooden boats that require manual paddling. They fit 2 people each, which is so
I think it's for your own
convenient in our
benefit
party
that
of
there's
4.
canoes, because I don't
We
think
will
you want to
go on the
climb.
canoe.
But
Alright,
Mayhem,
so-
what about Skelly?
Does Skelly last through a long rest, or I thought Skelly goes away during a long rest?
He does, but I can resummon him for free.
Do you want to resummon him?
Nothing's happening.
Maybe.
Don't summon him.
We don't know what's
boat.
in the water.
Well,
That's why I was
Rash and I can just swim, right?
I feel like the 2 taller people should be in their own boats. Right? So,
Yeah, we'll
Serena,
flip,
if you
we'll
want to go in
flip
that
who's
boat, I'll
going
go
with
in this
each
boat.
one of us.
Because they're so little, I don't think they're going to do a lot of paddling.
Who do you have a better relationship with, Glim or Rash?
That's fine.
Yeah, you're the snarky one.
Who, me? I would say Rash,
Both
just
snarky.
because you're a
Oh.
sea creature as well. Or you're a swimmer as well.
And I
If
don't
I'm
like
going to
frogs.
If I'm going to make a recommendation as a DM, it's probably not a smart idea
I
to
was
put
trying
the
to-
2
I was trying to
strong
gaslight her into
swimmers
thinking
in
that.
the same boat, because if one of the not strong swimmers,
Yes, it's easy to.
if one of the
gaslight
not
me.
strong swimmers falls, they're a little fucked.
Technically,
Fine.
But
a
are
frog,
we?
you can go
Do I
with
really
me.
care?
To be fair, I do not think Serena would care. I think Serena would not give a fuck.
Bye, bitch.
Go on, so who am I with?
You're with Serena.
Oh,
Frog is
lucky me. I mean, yay.
Oh, and who has the ferry if they are not, in fact, riding my skeleton like a bone mech?
I think she can just float around.
I
She's
put
healed
the,
now,
the
right?
berry in my bag.
Okay.
No, she's stable. She's not healed.
I think I made like a little makeshift leaf thing for her, and I just like kind of set her in that. In the boat.
All right.
That would
we-
make sense too, because
Sounds
technically,
good. Serena is
technically
holding
Inky's
the
with
ferry.
them, so it would be
The boats.
it would be 2 full people and one tiny. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one tiny. Yeah. All right. Sirena is holding the ferry and is in Rash's boat, and Briar is holding the ferry and is in Rash's boat, and Sirena is holding Inky and is in the boat with Glim. Yep.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, my hope is that we get through this rapids encounter, and then we'll start next session off at the, hopefully, if no one dies,
That's
at the
very
woods.
ominous of you to say.
No one dies. That's morbid.
Well,
Look.
y'all...
Go for it. No, please, Steven, detail. Because you're the only one who's played with me before, like, really, so...
Well, one, Aaron does know how to be mean. Mayhem is, yep.
Oh jeez.
And then also, the two of you who've never played D&D before don't yet know that water is the most dangerous thing
We'd all
in
fall,
any
though, trust
campaign.
me.
This is why I wanted to go up the damn cliffs. Nobody listened to me.
Yeah, no, the cliffs are. So here's the fun thing: the more dangerous the path sounds, I'm alerting you to the danger. The more innocuous a path sounds, I'm not alerting
Plus,
you
you
to
have
the
two
danger.
people
That doesn't
that
mean
are
there
by
isn't
water.
any.
You have a tiny bit of advantage.
Right.
Because at least we can swim.
Don't worry, this is a good choice. I'm very happy with the choice y'all have made to go this path. I had 3 paths set up, and this one is a good one. So, no complaint. They're all good ones, but no complaints.
Good job, chat, for picking the right path. All right.
Way to go, chat.
Okay,
do you
so
want me to change
as
the
you
music yet?
approach this river and set up this canoe, you notice that, obviously... Oh, yeah, you know what? You can change it to... Oh, I have something, don't I? It's somewhere. You can change it to river. Yeah. I use your expertise. I don't know why I don't have this written down. It's somewhere easy. But Nags, if you just go to our tabletop audio and you search in water combat or river combat, an audio will pop up.
Does anyone know the song? Rivers and
There you go.
There's
I was
River
singing
of
Daisy
Blood,
Jones
is
and the
that it?
Sixth River.
Oh, a different river. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's so.
River of Blood? Is that what it's called? That's not morbid at all. Is it a blood river? What does this mean?
Yeah.
No, that's just the title of the music. This is
Oh.
some behind the curtain
Oh.
magic.
Oh.
It's a normal river. So
That's good.
you all approach this river, and it is a fast-moving river that pools down from the mountains through the forests and into the ocean. It's about 30 feet wide, and it's a moderate pace, right? It's fast enough that you can see waves crashing against the rocks in the river. Think of whitewater rapids. As you move farther up the river, you notice that it curves a good bit. The people who are familiar with this landscape will kind of know what to expect as you start paddling your way up. But for the most part, everyone get into your canoes and make me a strength check to see how you get started.
Strength.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I've got
I'm
an
a
18.
nut.
I got a nat 20,
Nice.
so
got
hopefully
a
you'll let me
9.
save her.
13.
That's not great. Yes. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to take the highest roll in each boat as the
Which
the light.
boat am I in again?
You're in the boat with,
You're with
Sirena.
Sirena.
Okay.
So you all are paddling with all your strength to get these boats moving up the river. And the first thing that jumps out at you is just these massive rocks that you don't happen to remember being here, but it's also a river, so the landscape changes fairly frequently and the island's falling apart. So the idea that there's rocks that have fallen and crashed into this river is not unexpected. So you're able to dodge your way around them fairly easily. Roll me a dexterity check and a perception check.
Who?
Everyone.
Oh. Dex and perception?
Roll me dex first.
Now, question: are these checks or saving throws?
These are checks
16.
for now.
I got a 19 in Dex.
Perfect.
And what was the other one?
6.
16 in Dex, and the other one was what again?
Perception.
16.
Perception.
Rolling good.
18.
Great. What's the highest on each in the boat?
13 on perception.
18
Okay, great.
on perception.
Awesome. So the 13
No, they got it.
boat,
They got it. They
y'all
got it 18.
continue to notice rocks, and you're just making your way around them. You're able to
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
rolled
we
a
got a
13,
16,
but
and
she
we got a
rolled an
16.
18.
I rolled an 18, yeah.
I rolled a
Oh,
15.
so that's sorry.
So 16
Okay.
and
16 and
18.
18.
Tell me the highest perception roll for each boat. 16 and 18. Perfect. Okay. You're able to continue making your way around the rocks, but you start to notice that they're actually popping up out of the water. As you start to like make your way through the water, it's not like these rocks are here already and you can see them coming, especially as this massive one just kind of jumps up in front of Rash, your boat. And it shoots up out of the water with surprising force, and you look over the side and and just see this massive creature swim underneath your canoe, and you don't see more than this shadow and a long tail before another rock hurls itself out of the waves and at you. Everyone make me an additional dexterity saving throw. This is a saving throw specifically.
It's 7.
I got an 18.
21.
Ooh.
Nice. 2 and a 7. Okay, so
We got lucky.
whose boat? Sirena is with Glim. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all did get lucky. You're able to successfully avoid this rock, but what you're not able to avoid as it crescendos out of the water is this massive, like almost 10-20 feet just rising above you, giant furry beast of an otter that is holding rocks in its little hands and tossing them at you. I'm gonna need everyone to make me. I'm gonna need everyone to make me a personal dexterity throw to see if you can actually duck the rocks that are coming at you, not a boat roll.
14.
No, so Dex again.
Yep, dex again.
19.
6.
Okay, the 6 does not save. The 6 unfortunately does not save. We're at a DC 10 here. So Sirena is, I think, maybe a little bit distracted by Inky, and is like trying to like keep hold of Inky while also these rocks are coming at her face, and this giant creature pops up in front of her with these big gnashing long teeth, and throws a rock at her. And I'm gonna say just like kind of conks you in the side of the head. Give me 1d6 damage from blunt damage from rock.
5.
5.
Damn.
Wow, you keep rolling high on these damage rolls. Wow.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a bonus action to prep 3 magic stones.
Woohoo!
Fair enough. This is actually, we are officially in combat, so all of y'all roll initiative.
3.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, what how's that work?
Roll, yeah. Roll a d20, and then add
It should
whatever
be right there next
your
to your
dexterity
next to the shield that
like
says armor
bonus
class. It should
is.
be
So
right
if it's a
next to
plus
it, so you just
2,
hit that
add
roll.
2.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I got a
Oh.
9. I got 7 plus 2.
He
Oh,
did
Alone in the
he
Corner
did
says, "Can I
ask
use the
for,
previous roll to
a
save
bonus roll, and
Sirena,
I
'cause I
waited for him
like
to tell me what he
Inky."
wanted. So
Aww.
what I have on there is he gets to roll a d4. So if we roll the d4 for him, can we subtract that from the health that she took? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, who wants
I
to
think,
roll that
yeah, that's cool.
D4?
Oh,
So
yeah,
do
that
you
makes a
wanna
lot of
roll?
sense.
Yes. I want all the bonus rolls to be manual.
I have manual
I think
dice,
that
so
would be
let's
cool.
use, let's actually... Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Fun.
Okay, let me grab my dice. We're far away.
Well, it's fine. You sound so much
I'm
better.
connected to my headset, so I can only move so far.
And I, yeah, it's better. And
I'm glad,
say,
I'm glad.
I say,
Okay,
"Damn-
ready?
Damn.
So you only take
sea
1
creature,
damage.
Watch out for them rocks.
Oh shit, that's a 4.
What the fuck?
So you only take 1 damage. Congratulations. Thank you,
Yay!
Alone in the Corner.
Nice.
Yay!
Okay, cool. So you don't dodge the rock, but you don't take as much damage. It still hits you and conks you in the head. This giant river otter slams its tail in the water and creates this massive wave that splashes everyone. Make me a Constitution saving throw, specifically Rash, because
That's right.
we've moved into freshwater, and you've confirmed you're a saltwater frog.
Suck it! Suck it! Nat 20, baby! 25!
Everyone needs to make. I hate you. Everyone does need to make me a Constitution though, because you're trying to survive being battered by this crashing wave.
I got 11.
Let's go!
Fine.
That's a 19 plus 1.
So, oh, Sirena, no. Technically,
What?
you have. Are you currently
Yeah,
succubus? Is
No,
She
is
just
Inky?
got done.
Okay.
They're free.
Well, then you get advantage, so you can roll again, and you take the higher number.
That's
Oh,
your
sweet.
daughter.
Yeah, she's
Mm-hmm.
still
I can see her moving. 14.
Yeah, no, she was hit 10 times. Yeah. you can
Alone
see,
in
like,
alone in the corner says not a nat 20
No,
if I
those
roll
rolls
again.
Specifically say
I got a
you can
14.
add a
Nice.
D4 or a D6 or like a D8. That's it. I can make other ones, but as of right now, you're not taking away my nat 20, baby. Get out of here.
Very happily, everyone passed our DC 10 Constitution saving check, so you all remain in your
I
boats.
just want
And
you to know
unfortunately,
one thing, that because I
Rash
am a
does not get
glum, I
poisoned
am
by the
immune
fresh
to
water,
poison.
which is sad. But
Yep, you're gonna have to figure that out because it says I am.
I'll
immune
figure out
to
a
it.
different statistic or a different stat to hurt you with. Don't you worry.
So
Perfect. Sad. Okay.
I'm sure
Um,
you will.
I'll figure out a different way to hurt you. Don't you worry. Trust me,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
don't want my backup idea. My first ideas are normally the nice ones. My backup ones are made in spite. And also your family, so you can't get rid of me.
Oh, true.
True. Very true.
Trust me, you're not the family we want to get rid of.
I appreciate. Yeah, you're my normal. I'm your only normal family, so you can't get rid of me.
Exactly.
Oh, Briar, did you roll the initiative at the top of your character sheet?
I think
It
she
says
did,
you
but she
did a
added her
custom
+2 to
roll
it, so I
on
guess it doesn't matter.
D20.
That's fine.
3.
Yeah, everyone just call me out your initiatives again.
What do you mean?
What?
Tell me what you rolled for initiative.
12?
Okay, roll again.
So initiative is right next to your armor class.
It's D20 plus your dex.
It's the one that's right next to that armor class.
Yeah.
She rolled custom
Oh
again.
gosh. I got 7.
Sad. Steven, what was your? Sorry, I'm
Mine
sorry.
was
Glim,
16.
what was yours? We don't care. Glim
And-
was a 16.
9, yeah.
Hold on. Briar's original initiative was 9, not 7.
Ah, okay.
Thank
And then
you.
what was Daisy's initial?
12.
Oh, okay. Okay, so top of the order is the Otter, and then it is Glim, and then Daisy, and then Briar, and then Rash. So Glim, it's your turn. Otter took the turn, and it is your turn now.
Okay, did I get my magic stones out before initiative
No.
was built? I didn't think so. Also, another question: how far is the otter from us?
Close. 10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. You might regret that wording.
It's right in front of you. I think the canoe plus the little bit of water, it's within 10 feet.
All right. So then, with my bonus action, I'm going to prep 3 magic stones.
Sure.
Of which I'm going to pass 1 to Sirena.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my action, I'm going to cast Find Familiar, targeting the space directly above the otter.
Okay, on the otter's head. Okay, that's fine. Roll me initiative for, I assume, Skelly.
All right.
Technically, you didn't tell me what familiar you were summoning, but I imagine it's Skelly Boy.
It's Skelly.
Yeah.
All right, so he has a dex of 16, so that would be...
+3.
Yep. He rolled an 8.
Okay.
Or rather, he rolled a 5 plus 3.
+3, yeah.
8.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, cool. He will be, after the first round, because he doesn't start, he's summoned. So after everyone gets around, then he'll be added into the order.
Mm-hmm. As he is fallen onto the otter, do I need to make some kind of grapple check to see if he grabs on or something?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that will be on his turn, not your turn, because that's a
Okay.
him action, not you. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that is Glim's turn. Now it is Daisy. It is your turn.
Can I pass? I'm dealing with Inky right now.
Yeah, for sure. You can pass, and we shall move to Briar.
So do I roll again, or is it based on the 9?
You get to do what you want now, and then depending on what you want, we'll roll. So, like, if you want to attack, you could roll in you can tell me how you
Okay.
attack. If you want to try to cast a spell, if you want to try to maneuver your boat in a specific way, if you want to try to get to the edge, so maybe you're not fighting him, like, in a boat and in the water, If you want to try to, like, you can do kind of whatever.
I would like to stay on the boat, and I pull out 2 daggers from my satchel, and I take them and I throw one and then the other, aiming at the otter.
Sounds good.
So I'm assuming I have to roll for this, correct?
Yes, you're going to roll an attack roll in which you're going to try to beat the otter's DC, which I will tell you right now is an 8. It's not a particularly difficult creature, and it's fairly massive, so...
Okay, where is attack?
You're just going to roll your D20 to see if you can roll higher than an 8, and if you beat its armor class, which is an 8, then you'll be able to roll
Is that initiative?
whatever your weapons say for damage.
Is that initiative, or is that something else?
No. Do you have just a D20, like a standard dice?
Where is that on this? Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Is it this custom thing? Oh, D20.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 1!
No! That is a crit failure, my girl. I'm gonna say that you pull out your daggers and you toss them at the otter, but the otter is now focused on you and is going to take a retaliatory attack and swipe his tail at you.
Oh no.
What's your armor class?
A 13.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I rolled a crit. I rolled a... So, you're gonna take 2d6 damage, 1d6 doubled, because of my crit on my end. So,
Okay.
would you prefer if I roll a d6 twice, or would you prefer if I rolled it once and then doubled it?
Oh. I don't know. Once and doubled it, I guess?
That's fine with me. All right.
Oh god.
Ooh, that's a 5.
Oh no.
You're gonna take 10 damage and be knocked into the water.
Oh no.
How much health do you have again, overall?
I don't know. Where does it show that?
It's at the top of your character sheet.
Is it the current max? Is that what that is? Is that hit points? Is
Yeah,
that-
that's hit points. Yeah,
hit points.
Oh god, it's 9.
So we have our first unconscious.
No!
So
That's really not good.
we have our first unconscious of the campaign. So
And she's in the water unconscious.
and she's in the water
no,
unconscious
Which means she's failing her death saving throw every turn.
until someone gets her out of the water. Nighthawk says, "Don't help her."
I'm so conflicted. Do I help her or do I just let her drown?
Already.
Nags, so what you missed is we have our first unconscious of the game. She crit failed against
Oh,
her
no.
attack roll on the otter, and then the otter crit on its attack roll. So, and then we rolled 1d6 and doubled instead of 2d6, and we rolled a 5, which gave us 10 hit points, which is more than they had, which is more than Briar has. So Briar is unconscious in the water. Sirena, your teammate just got an otter tail to the face.
I have a feeling that she'll be useful later on.
Oh
so
wait,
can I save
oh wait,
her?
no, unfortunately. Okay, so actually we'll figure out whose turn is it next. Actually, Jeremy, would you mute?
She's really upset you're dead.
I'm in the water.
Yeah, she's really upset. Inky. Yeah. Jeremy, would you mute though? So, just while she. No, I guess she's quiet now. That's fine.
Yeah,
No,
mute.
she's not quiet.
Mute Jer.
Aw, poor baby.
There we go.
There we go. So actually, this is a perfect time to go back to Sirena's turn because you passed earlier. So this is a great time to say, let's hop to you in the order. And what do? You can ignore your drowning friend, which is perfectly fine, or you can try to jump into the water and save her. At the very least, get her out of the water so she's not automatically failing her death saving throws.
I do feel like she might be useful later on in this quest that we're going through. So I guess I'll try and save her because she seems to think we have some sort of connection or something. So that must mean something.
Okay, so you're in the boat with Glim, right?
Yes.
So yeah, Glim, you see Sirena, I think without much detail, just like sigh heavily and stand up and then just jump over the boat. And now Glim, you are responsible for piloting the boat by yourself. Just FYI.
It's for.
Would you, Sirena, make me a dexterity saving throw to see how well you can navigate yourself through the rapids to get to Briar and pull her up out of the water?
I can't see it. It's like hidden behind the little thing. 15.
15, solid. Yeah, with a 15, you're able to fight your way through the racing rapids and grab Briar by her arms and haul her up and at least get her head above water so she's breathing. But you can't on this turn get her back into a boat. That's going to be considered another movement action, so that will have to wait. But you are at least able to get her to where she's not actively drowning, which is good. Okay, then it is Rash's turn. Not Rags.
Rags.
I think
He's just gonna be Rags for the rest of the
can he
campaign.
just be Rags at this point? I mean,
Change his name.
yeah.
Rash, it is your turn. What do you do?
So she's unconscious in the water, right?
Yeah, Sirena has grabbed her and pulled her up at least
I
above
would like
water.
to hop in the
Glim
water.
is alone in his boat, and you are alone in your boat. Okay, sounds good. You hop in the water. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Give me a
so
see
you
if you
want me
can
to
beat
make
his
an attack roll?
DC. The DC is 8. If you pass his armor, if you pass his armor class, then yeah.
Actually, you know what? What were we gonna say? Go ahead. Sorry, I'm trying to keep her
So
quiet.
roll me
She's
a
doing
D.
good now.
Yeah. I was gonna say to you're fine. To see if you can like actually hit the monster, you want to
So what do
see
you
if
want
you
me
can
to
get
roll?
past his armor class,
Yeah.
and if you can, then you roll an attack roll. First, you're gonna roll a d20 to see if you get
Oh,
higher
that's
than an
why-
8,
that's
and if
why
you do,
I
then you're
asked.
gonna roll whatever your
I
weapon's
was like, you
damage
just
is
want me
that
to
you're
roll my
using,
hit,
whether
my
that's
hit,
an unarmed
'cause I have
attack or
+4
yeah.
to hit.
Oh,
+4
oh.
to hit.
You have +4 to hit or +4 to damage? Oh, okay. So yeah. So roll a d20 and see
what
if
makes
you
it
can
round.
hit and add 4 to whatever your number it is you rolled.
First, I would like to rage though, because I saw my friend go down.
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't know how. Sorry, I'm trying to do this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does he get Ingy's disadvantage? Was the question.
I'm not breastfeeding her, so.
Maybe.
Oh. I'm sorry, I have a question. Is it armor class or is it current and max hit points?
Current and max hit points.
Okay, then it is 9. Okay.
Doesn't
Yeah.
say anything about.
Yep.
It just says I have advanced. Let's see, rage damage resistance.
Wait, was I supposed to do something with those current hit points earlier when I took
No.
damage?
Oh yeah, you were supposed to reduce them by 1
One?
because you took 1 point of damage. Yeah.
Rage damage. Okay. All right, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll an attack. 22.
Okay, great. You roll me a d20. Well, that is bigger than an 8. So now roll me your attack roll. Are you making an unarmed
attacking with my
attack?
great
Are you
axe.
making a Are you attacking with a weapon? Okay, sounds good. What is the stats on that?
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Trying to click. Oh. There you go. It's a 1d12 plus 2.
Perfect. Roll me 1d12 plus 2.
8! And I get bonus damage. I don't know what it is though. I don't know where it's at. Plus, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's somewhere. It says it's on like this
Okay,
table, but I don't
one
know
one
what
d8
it is.
and some.
Alright. I'll find it.
Oh, that's fair.
I'll find it and I'll tell you. Yeah.
You definitely hit. You do. I will add it in. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so you hit this giant otter and it roars in distress. The important
Yeah.
part though is you've hopped out of your boat, and with no one actively paddling against the rapids, it does not take long for that boat to be shoved backwards and pushed backwards and drift away down the river. Everyone say bye-bye to boat number 1. And now the only person paddling any boat is Glim.
See what you did, baby?
The smallest
You gotta
and
make me think
weakest
about
of
it,
you
'cause
all.
I just went and
Oh,
smashed the
yeah.
stupid
Yup.
otter.
All right, and I think that puts us back at the top of the order.
What about Skelly?
No, Skelly doesn't show up until this order.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you summon him on your turn, which means he doesn't come into the round until next cycle.
Okay.
Yep. The otter roars in anger and distress as you slash at it for 8 damage, which is not an insubstantial amount of damage to this otter. Its tail thrashes and creates more wave. Everyone give me a Constitution saving throw again to see if you first, for the people in the water, to see if you, like, can fight off these waves and stay, like, close to the otter. You could also give me a strength save, that'd be fine too. Briar, you specifically are gonna roll me a death saving throw. Because you're gonna automatically fail this save because you're unconscious. So you're gonna roll me a d20
by accident.
and tell me if it's higher or lower than 10. You want higher than 10. You want 11 to 20.
Oh.
Yep. If you roll under 10 3 times, your character is dead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
You rolled
So I
under
did
10.
a custom roll. Is that the right?
Yeah.
So I rolled an 8, so I have to roll over 10 once at least. Okay.
You have to roll over 10 3 times to be not unconscious, and if you roll under 10 3 times, you die.
I have a 1.
Y'all thought I
my
was
God.
joking. Y'all thought I was joking when I said if you get there alive, huh?
I just died.
You also. Water's
No, you got 2 more.
dangerous.
You got
Wait,
2 more. You
I
got
think
2
you
more.
rolled
You don't.
wrong.
You haven't died just yet. You got 2 more rolls.
What dice are you rolling?
You better be rolling a d20.
What am I rolling? It's called D20.
It's down in
Yeah,
the
that's
corner,
what you should be
Weaver.
rolling.
Where is the D20? Someone.
And you're hitting the one that
Where's
says
the
D20?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. But you don't do that for
Button.
every roll. Like every other
The
roll
top
has
one
like
that
the
says
specifics
D20,
on the
right?
side. Like you go
Yeah.
in with the perception.
Why
Yeah,
is
that's.
it-
So, but for that one, yeah, it's fine. But like the initiative is where I showed you it was. I sent you a picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Okay.
I rolled a
Don't worry,
23.
you still got a couple rolls to try and survive. Don't panic.
Plus it's a +2 to damage.
Perfect. You
For my rage.
remain in the water.
I rolled a 9.
Hold on.
Nice. +2. Okay, great. So 10 for the otter. Steven, what did you roll?
For the Constitution save,
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, solid. You're able to continue to keep the boat afloat. I said Constitution or straight, whichever you prefer.
I prefer Constitution.
I figured. Mr. Warlock. Mr. Gnome Warlock. Sirena, what are you, what did you roll?
Oh, a 4.
Oh, that's not good!
That's not good.
That's not good, especially because you're holding Briar. I'm gonna, with a 4, you do not pass your own constitution, and you get, like, battered and hammered by the waves as they, like, push you back and away. So I'm gonna say you get pushed 10 feet, and then you also have to take 1d4 damage.
Oh God. All right. 4.
She keeps critting on
God
the
damn
damage and doing worse on the other rolls.
4.
That's so funny. So funny.
We are a terrible.
How are
class.
you doing health-wise, Sirena?
I've got 3 out of 8.
Yeah, that's not great.
Wow.
Sirena's not looking good either. Okay, but that's the otter's turn. And now it is Glim.
No,
Is your mic connected? I think you went a little quiet.
Oh?
Oh no,
there he
that
is.
connected. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I heard
I
you
just-
groan from the other room, but I didn't hear it on the microphone.
Alrighty. So now I have to make the decision to either unsummon Skelly so that he can drive my boat in another turn, or throw my rocks.
Choices.
Or I can have Skelly attack, because that is how that works.
No, Skelly's got a turn in the initiative. He's got his own. He'll attack on his turn.
So the way
You can command him to attack, but that will be like his turn in the order. It won't be on your turn. Yeah.
It says here that when I take the attack action, I can forgo one of my own attacks to allow my familiar to make one attack of its own with its reaction.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's what you're doing. I understand. Got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm deciding between. I'll huck a rock at it.
Okay, roll. First, see if you pass the. Oh wait, no. I don't think your. I forget if your rocks need to pass an AC,
They do.
armor check. Okay, so roll me for an armor check.
9.
Oh, that's close, but you do in fact pass an 8. So roll me damage for your rock.
All right. That's 8.
Okay, that's 8 damage plus the 10 earlier is 18 damage total. Okay, awesome. The otter like roars angrily and doesn't look particularly happy, especially as you chuck a rock at it. And it kind of gets this look on its face like, hey, that's my thing. Like he's shocked that you threw back. But he is still here.
Play.
Okay, now it is. Oh, whose turn is it? Oh, it is another death save from from Briar. Roll me a d20, my girl. Yeah.
Somebody in chat.
Someone
in
in chat.
beginner roll dice for me. So does that mean that their
if it's a beginner,
roll
it's a
helps
D4.
me?
I love that, Jeremy. What does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. Now, yeah. A d4. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll me a d20, and whatever this number ends up to be, we're gonna add 1d4 to it, and I will roll that d4.
17! 18!
Nice!
18
Perfect!
plus 4!
18 plus 4. That is 1 point. That is 1 point for that is 1 point for not dying, and also person in chat. I'm gonna say since she already rolled higher than a 10, I will let you save that for if she rolls
Nice.
below a 10, right? So that roll will save her if it comes up. That makes sense. That way it's not a wasted.
So-
That way it's not a wasted beginner roll.
Just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
I still have to roll 3 times?
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
you have to whichever hits 3 times first, either below 10 or above 10.
And if you
2.
roll a 1, it's worth.
It's an
2
auto
fail-
death.
It's an auto death.
No,
Yeah.
it's worth 2 failures.
Right, but she's
But
already got
now
one,
it's
so
an
it's
auto
auto.
death.
Mm-hmm.
And if you roll a 20, you automatically revive, become conscious at 1
She's
health.
like, I might die my next roll. Shit.
Got it.
Yeah. So
It's gotta be an.
But,
It's
but
gotta
like,
be a
because
nat.
I did 17 plus 4,
natural.
wouldn't that be a 20?
no, it has to be a crit.
A natural 20.
Oh. Okay.
No, that's why we're saving the beginner roll for basically the next time you roll a death saving roll. If it's less than 6, then if it's 6 or more, then you have a shot of turning that into a success instead of a failure.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. Next is Skelly. It is Skelly's turn.
Okay, so, does he need to pass any saving throws or anything to be on top of the otter?
If he wants to stay on top of the otter, yes. If he just wants to hit the otter on his way down, no.
Okay. Now, also, I'm not sure if this is correct, but my, the rules for Find Familiar say that my familiar can't attack. And it doesn't say that my Pact of the Chain explicitly overwrites that. The only time it explicitly calls out that I can make my familiar attack is when I cash in one of my attacks.
Yeah, that makes. Yeah.
So Skelly can't attack here?
It doesn't sound like that from the rules. I'm not super familiar just myself with Pact of the Chain, but that is, from what you're reading, that's what I agree with.
I was. I thought as much. So. Can I have Skelly? Since I don't think he'll actually do as much good over there now that my boat is vacant, can I have him jump over and commandeer my boat?
I'm feeling generous because we've got 2 people who are about to die, so I will give it to you this time, but only because I'm feeling generous. Revel in my generosity. He'll need to make a dexterity though, to see if he actually can maneuver himself in the air to get into your boat, but that's all I'm gonna make you do is pass a dex check.
Alright, so that's... Wish me luck, everybody. Alright, that is an 11 plus 3, 14.
I'll give you it on a 14. Skelly's able to make it into the boat. He is now in front of you, filling in Sirena's place on the boat.
Okay.
I think that's Skelly's turn.
I mean, that was just movement.
Oh, what action do you want him to take?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't actually know.
Might I suggest paddle boat?
Yes. You may suggest paddle boat.
Fantastic. Your strength checks are now easier.
Okay.
Or
Cool.
con checks.
That shall be it. I guess.
There we go. Now it is Sirena's turn.
All right, so currently I got rocked by some waves, right?
Yeah, I might recommend a healing word because you're not doing great health-wise, and Briar is also not doing great. So a healing word would be a smart idea, I think.
I can heal
Yeah, but on
myself
which
with
one?
that, or only her? It says
Healing.
a
Yeah.
creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 2d4.
So if you use healing word on Briar, I'm pretty sure that means that she automatically stops rolling death saves and is back alive and conscious.
You're correct.
Please.
All right. Okay,
But you
so-
can also you could leave it to fate and just heal yourself. Leave it to
what's-
fate and chat.
Chat. What should I do? Leave it to fate and heal myself, or should I heal?
Oh,
Fire.
Nighthawk says, "Wake up, Gigi." Anyone else have points for not wake up, Gigi?
It's so nice now.
And do I need to come up with a song for this again? I think I do.
Yes.
You do.
Okay.
Oh, Alone in the Corner says, "Heal yourself." Alone in the Corner and I agree on.
No. Then you'll be the only noob at this game if I die.
No, you'll make a
That's
new
true.
character. Or we'll bring you back as a zombie. It'll be fine.
You'll be Skelly's new friend.
I don't want to make a new character. I like my character. Heal me.
But wouldn't you like your character better as a zombie?
No.
Magic half-elf zombie.
It's like
DeWilliam says, "Heal Gigi, not your death saves."
So
You're
what's
not
the
dead.
consensus?
It sounds like more people want to save me.
What did I mean?
I
What
do
did I
think
miss?
the consensus
Yeah.
is heal Gigi, as much as that disappoints me. We're debating on whether or not to heal Gigi.
It's already been decided. My chat.
All right. We'll heal Gigi. So then I do the cast healing word.
Yep. Roll
If
for
you guys were
how
smart
much you
right
heal,
now, you would
and
use some of
then
your points to
sing
get
us a
more healing for
beautiful
her, so
siren
she gets
song.
over the amount
says
that
a
she needs
six.
to be conscious. FYI. Yes.
and not just
I'm-
1 point.
I feel like that since Gigi's not rolling death saves anymore, cashing in that banked beginner roll.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
4. Let's do that.
I agree. Okay, so Daisy, roll your healing word. Roll how much you heal for, and then I will add a 1d4.
I got a 6.
A 6
Yay!
plus. Da-da-da-da. A 4. Yay!
Wasn't
That
there
is
a
10
4?
Yeah.
10
So okay.
points
She's
Yeah,
alive.
so
for the
you
person
wake-
with 9 maximum health.
Oh yay.
She's
We can
alive.
save it.
No, but
It's fine.
somebody just rolled another dice.
Yeah, that was for the last one.
Alone just rolled another one.
You're alive. That's all that
But
matters.
I only have 1 point.
No, you're alive.
Okay, fair.
And we rolled you, and we healed you for you got healed for
Your max health
10.
now.
Yeah, your max health.
Oh, I am max health?
Yeah, because Daisy
you got healed
rolled
for 10.
Yeah, you got healed for 10.
Oh yeah, you gotta sing a song about saving the elf.
By otter's paws she met her fate. Revive land
Yay!
mammal
Clap,
before
baby.
it's too late.
Because you're being a bitch.
I love it.
And then
I'm
and with
much better when I don't have Inky here. Like,
and I
Distracting me.
I suddenly awaken and I look up and into Serena's eyes and see her holding me and saving me and I go, thank you.
It's not your turn. You can't do that yet.
And then kind of like swim over to the boat.
no, you can't swim over to the boat.
Never mind,
And
I
also
gotta swim
you're
over to the boat.
and you're also down a boat. I would recommend you're 4 people, 1 boat.
Oh. Where did the boat go?
Well,
There's
when they
nobody
both-
in it.
Yeah, when they
I'm
both
not
hopped
that
out of
smart.
it,
I
there
did
was no
what I
one
would've
controlling
done
it, so
and
it got
attacked the
pushed
otter, 'cause that's
downstream.
what barbarians do. I'm gonna
Speaking
take
of
over
Attack
again.
the Otter on Barbarian, it is Rash's turn. Sounds good. Roll me a d20, see if you beat his
7.
AC. You're looking to beat an 8. Oh, sad.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
take it.
hey, do we want to add that beginner
All you gotta do is
dice
roll-
that Alone in the
You
Corner
just-
rolled? Okay.
Sure.
D4. As long as all you do is roll a 1 on a D4. Ooh, what's it gonna be?
It landed in between
Oh,
the
look at
crack
that,
of
it's
your,
a 0.
like, your desk. Nice.
It's a 3. It's a 3. You got a 3. Look at that. I magically rolled the first 0 on a 1d4 anywhere ever.
Thank God you said that,
It's a-
Aaron.
it's a
'cause Let me tell
miracle.
you how much damage I just did. I did max damage. +2 because I'm still technically raging.
Oh Lord! Wow. Okay.
Okay, it's dead.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, it only had
I wanna
5
take
more hit
my
points.
great
So,
axe with both
describe how.
arms.
Yeah, describe how
I
you
can't
kill
actually
this
physically
thing.
do it right now, but I just want to come right across. Like right in, like
Yeah,
not
yeah,
in,
yeah.
like not down the, like kind of down the back, but like right through the shoulder, so it like chops it in half, but not like half, but like right there, like. Whew.
Yeah.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah. Tilted half. All right. Yeah, so you see, so you all who are in the water just see, I think, like, Rash disappear below the surface for a second, and then, like, out of the water and slash down through this thing as it lets out a final roar and, like, splits in half, just gently collapsing
This
in the
is my
water
favorite
that's
part
now
of Dungeons and
filling
Dragons.
with blood.
Killing shit.
You all are still... Yeah. You are not in initiative anymore. Congratulations, but you are still in a raging
try and help,
rapids, and you do
Briar
not
get
have
to the boat?
as many boats as you started with.
Do I need to roll anything, or can I just do it?
Yes, sure, yeah. No, I'm gonna say you can just do that. Maybe if you want to do like crazy specific help, but if you're just swimming over, over to her. Let's say that we'll use a strength check between we'll use a strength check with you, but roll advantage because Sirena is like helping you. So
Thank God. 18.
you can roll twice and take the higher number. As you Perfect. And you push Briar into the boat, and now Glim and Briar and Skelly Boy are in the boat. Skelly's a little trapped and uncomfortable, but he's making do. Rash
I'll temporarily
and
dismiss Skelly.
Sounds good. Rash and Sirena, you all are still in the water. And now that you have felled the giant otter that was living in these parts, you manage to make your way a lot more calmly up the river where you need to go until you find an area to pull over on the bank and come out facing the woods, which is where we will start off our next session. We'll do some leveling up in the background, and at the start of next session, we'll be entering the woods to try to find our way to Fairy Hollow.
Yay, I'm not dead!
Yay, everyone lived! Y'all,
I think
y'all
that you
thought I
guys
was
should
joking when I said we'll
thank
see if
Mayhem
everyone
for
gets
allowing
there
me to
alive,
add
huh?
that extra caveat in the
Not
stream,
kidding.
or you guys would be dead as fuck.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat, for saving us.
Yeah, really, thank you, chat, because there was quite a few times where I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna die and we're gonna make new characters, I'm ready for it, and chat really saved your asses.
Thank you.
I don't want to do a new character. I like my character.
I like my character too.
I
put a
will
lot
give.
of-
Great,
I will
then don't
tell you
die.
one time,
It's
Gigis.
so easy, just don't
Do not
die.
make 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Or play smarter.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know.
Yeah.
But I only have so much health.
Sometimes
Oh,
you
Don't
can-
worry, we're
Just
leveling.
make bad rolls.
but
No, that was
there's
a really
some
bad
things you
roll.
can do that
Sometimes
were
it's just
smarter,
RNG.
trust me. Just.
Yeah, but we're gonna be leveling up.
Well, maybe
Oh,
you're
we're gonna
that's-
be leveling up.
Let's attack the beaver.
Maybe you need more practice attacking the
Otter?
beaver. Wink.
Otter.
The
Whatever. Otter.
Hang on. I was gonna say,
Kinda,
did
yeah.
Briar just comment on my beaver? Is what?
Yes. Yes, she did.
Don't insult my beaver.
Oh,
Y'all-
my
We gotta make sure
what-
this
what
stream
year did
stays
I allow
clean
you to
for
start
when
watching
Inky
South
decides to watch it when she's all grown up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Look,
This
I
one's
wasn't
mine.
your kid, but I do think it was like 10 or
Yeah.
11.
Daisy's already
That's
been
fair.
cursing like a.
She'll hear a
drunken
lot worse by
mermaid.
then.
Good news is I finally got her to sleep.
Yeah.
It's true, I have.
Yay.
I
Wow.
told you to wait. Oh, yeah,
Alone,
I was gonna do-
alone in the
Yeah.
corner. This is that kind of stream now.
Yes.
I love it.
Well,
Thank you guys for joining us on this fairly chaotic adventure. I can't wait to pick up next time as they start their adventure into the woods. Just for fun context, I labeled
Ooh.
this section, this path of the adventure. It's called Rapids and Rot. So, if that'll give you a context to what you'll face in the woods next time.
wait,
Amazing.
rot is what you said? Rapids
Mhm.
and rot?
Yeah,
Rapids
sure.
and Rot.
Sounds like zombies to me. Or death.
Who knows? You'll
Are we
have
gonna
to
stay
tune
on
in
the- are we
next
gonna
time
stay
to
on
see what I've
Discord for a couple more
concocted.
minutes?
I'm scared
Okay,
now,
cool.
guys. I'm
Me too.
scared.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go give.
All right.
All right,
give,
thanks so
Thank you,
much.
everyone.
Thanks for saving Gigi.
Yeah.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Yeah. We got enough people watching where it's actually legit. Okay. Have a good night,
Forever.
guys. See ya.
Have a good night.
Bye.